Tony Spilotro was born in the windy city of Chicago on May 19, 1938. Spilotro grew up the fourth of 6 sons in an Italian household. His dad, Patsy, ran a popular Italian restaurant that was frequented by mobsters like Sam Giancana. 4 of the 5 Spilotro boys fell in with some criminal elements, which likely wasn't helped by the fact that their dad died young. Tony Spilotro became a high school bully before dropping out. He grew a reputation for small crimes like shoplifting and purse snatching. Spilotro received the nickname Ant. In reference to his small stature, Spilotro stood only 5 feet, 2 inches. At 17, Spilotro was arrested for the first time on charges of larceny. By age 22, he'd been arrested more than a dozen times. He became a prospect for the Chicago outfit, and drew the notice of one Sam "Mad Dog" DiStefano. DiStefano took Spilotro under his wing and set up the young man for his next big venture in his criminal career, murder. Under the wing of the violent DiStefano, Spilotro got the chance to become a made man. This opportunity came when he was asked to handle the M&M boys. The M&M boys were 2 minor thugs, Billy McCarthy and Jimmy Miraglia, who killed several local businessmen due to a drunken argument. Killing legit business people in a neighborhood of mobsters was a no-no, especially as it brought attention to the mob. In 1962, Spilotro was dispatched to take care of the M&M boys, which inspired the infamous scene in Casino. Spilotro and buddies including DiStefano beat up McCarthy, then stabbed him through the testicles with ice picks. Spilotro put his captive's head in a vice and squeezed until one of McCarthy's eyes popped out of the socket. Eventually, people uncovered the bodies of both Miraglia and McCarthy in a car on the south side of Chicago. In 1963, Spilotro followed up on his murderous success by taking out real estate broker Leo Foreman, who'd gotten on the wrong side of DiStefano. Dragging Foreman down to a cellar, Spilotro used a hammer, attacked him with an ice pick, and only then shot him in the head. Spilotro was well known even in the mob by this point for his brutality. But it didn't keep him from rising the ranks of their lucrative operations in Vegas. The Chicago outfit controlled the Las Vegas casinos and skimmed a bunch of cash off it for itself. The Mafia put a man known as Frank "Lefty" Rosenthal in charge of the gambling operation. Spilotro's role was to keep the mobsters working for the Chicago outfit in line while in Vegas. If any of them tried to take cash where they weren't supposed to, Spilotro would wield his infamous ice pick and/or fists. He was also supposed to grab as much cash from the casino before it was officially logged in. Spilotro eventually decided to branch out on his own and tap into his old skill, which was theft. He kickstarted a group of burglars, arsonists, and thieves called the Hole-in-the-Wall Gang. They earned their moniker by busting through walls to get at precious jewelry and other expensive goodies to hawk on the strip. He even opened his own shop, the Gold Rush, with his brother to sell his stolen stuff. The Rosenthals' relationship soon started to fall apart. Just as Rothstein's wife fell into bed with her husband's rival Santoro, so too did McGee have a torrid affair with Spilotro. At one point in 1982, Spilotro allegedly tried to car bomb Rosenthal. The attack failed, but the repercussions of his affair with Lefty's wife continued to upset the Vegas mob. Eventually, This incident together with Spilotro's other misdeeds caught up to him. Since he was a made man at 25, Spilotro had caught the eye of law enforcement. Naturally, too much attention on the mob spelled danger, which meant Spilotro was a major liability. Spilotro was arrested again in 1981 after cops caught the hole-in-the-wall gang trying to rob a home goods store in Vegas. Spilotro was slapped with numerous charges and suspected of a number of other crimes, including the attempted murder of Rosenthal in a 1982 car bombing. The mob thus decided to off Spilotro and his brother, Michael. They were beaten to death in 1986, their bodies left in an Indiana cornfield. Law enforcement reportedly identified the bodies using dental records. Autopsies on June 24 revealed that the brothers died of blunt force trauma, which the medical examiner attributed to punches, kicks, and asphyxiation. Toxicology reports indicated that they had consumed alcohol shortly before, giving rise to the speculation that they may have had drinks with the men who killed them. Please like, comment and subscribe.